Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So today we are playing the last part of the walkthrough of Duskmarsh Phantom Halls, which is actually the last part of the walkthrough with Dark Elf Rider, which is our last hero. And we are right in front of the final boss, so first of course let's clear these cages and then we will continue probably straight to the last boss. As I mentioned in the previous video, we don't even need to do the Varangis, I did them with all the other heroes, so we already know how it works. I would just risk losing some units there, so not worth it. We can definitely do it like this. We have ton of items, didn't use anything during the walkthrough. We also have extra life on our hero, full army, everything is ready. So first let's kill this Guardian rune, of course, as always. We can utilize some heals, but not from Priest, he needs to save some mana. And then we'll start dealing with the trolls. As I mentioned in basically all the previous videos from this walkthrough with this hero, the final boss, the Swamp Keeper, is actually really easy to defeat because you have the enchant ability, but the units before him, the trolls and everything, are actually quite hard. So we will see how that will go, because of course they have splash damage, range, so it will just basically one-shot my skeletons. That may be quite difficult, but I will try to get through them. We could actually use some items just to get through them, but I won't do that. I will just play slowly. And let's see what we can do. So first I will of course try to pull some enemies on me. As you can see, we are just dying super quickly, but yeah, no, it was a mistake. I didn't put my skeletons in the group number 1, but fine, we fixed that. And I will kill my Shadow Walker, but that's the last thing I worry about. We have lots of ranged units, so even if everything in the front line dies, it doesn't really matter. But they don't need to kill my swordsman immediately. Not necessary. I'm just respawning everything I can. Yeah, I will just sacrifice the swordsman. I don't even care at this point. I could just leave him behind my army and leave him for later, but I just want to get through this as quickly as possible. Yeah, probably was not worth it to be so careful with him during the whole walkthrough of the chambers, where I was just keeping him behind, not even using him. And now I just let him die like this, but overall it's fine. I just need to kill those stone golems really quickly so I can get on the trolls. Of course now I don't have any mana. Oh, he one-shotted my priest? I was definitely not expecting that kind of damage. That's really nasty, but we still have Hellcasters. I could maybe reload this, but I'm still pretty confident we can do this. Also the freeze is really nice that I'm slowing the attacks of the troll. It doesn't really matter that he's damaging me now, because I don't have any mana and I will need full mana for the last boss, so we'll need to wait anyways. Of course I can use the Silver Leaf and mana potion, but first we need to get through this. And I'll probably wait for at least some mana regen. Of course we will tank it with the hero. I mean, losing the melee units, that doesn't really bother me that much because we will summon many of them anyways. It's just important to have lots of ranged units. But the thing that quite bothers me is that we lost the priest, because it was totally unnecessary. He will just got one-shotted in the backline randomly by the troll. Oh, there was another splash of a rock. Maybe troll is attacking me. He probably just fell off the stone golem. Actually, I don't have any HP. Okay, now we actually need to move back. I will actually do this thing that I will lifesteal from my own Shadow Walker, and then I will just heal him with Hellcaster for some extra healing. Of course, if I had Skeleton, I would do it from him because he would disappear, but none of them are spawned right now, so cannot really do that. Yeah, so we have full HP, but we still don't have any mana, which I at least need to resummon my Shadow Walkers, but I will definitely need it for the enchant ability for the last boss. Basically, we will go there. I will use the cold staff. This is something you have with each hero because you get it from the fire trap room right here, which is of course needed You need to complete it with each hero and then you just pick up it here, so you will have that always, and it basically casts a Frost Nova. So you can use that on the Swamp Keeper together because it has really decent radius, so you can use it on the Swamp Keeper together with the 2 trolls around him, and then you can just kill them during the stun. I think it maybe also do some damage, but probably nothing too big. But you can just stun them like this, then you can kill them, and then you just need to deal with the Swamp Keeper himself, which is something we will definitely utilize, because I will of course stun him, but the trolls will be still annoying. You could also confuse the Swamp Keeper to kill the trolls, or maybe confuse the troll to kill the Swamp Keeper, but probably that wouldn't work too well, because he's too strong, and wasting 100 mana to kill the trolls is probably not needed. But we might try it, we'll see. We have half mana, so let's start moving forward. Actually, yeah, this is important. You need to proc all the Guardian runes, so you don't need to worry about them later. We have full HP on our heroes, so we don't have to worry about it. They will just despawn, so this is the most effective way to deal with them. Yeah, I think the Earth Elemental is actually immune to our lifesteal, so we are not able to heal from it, while also not dealing any damage to him. Okay, he's dealing lots of damage. This is the stronger one, I think. So let's actually take some damage with the Shadow Walkers. I will try to keep them alive, but cannot promise that. So let's already start healing. This is important, because Hellcasters almost never run out of mana. Priests run out of mana almost immediately, but here it would take a ton of time of constant healing, which almost never happens. So we can just spam the heals like this and save some mana by not having to resummon the Shadow Walkers, of course. Of course, if you manually start healing, you need to move or disable the heal, because otherwise he will just keep healing even when he's full HP. He will be losing mana for nothing. So let's try to pull our enemies towards us. Those are the stronger ones once again, so let's probably try to split them up so we can kill them one by one. Once again, I'm trying to divide the damage between Dark Rider and at least one Shadow Walker, or ideally maybe even both of them. I don't know if maybe it's more effective to lifesteal myself from the Shadow Walker than letting him the damage, but it's probably the same because you heal for the same 50 HP that you deal the 50 damage here. So let's just quickly heal the Shadow Walker, the Dark Elf Rider, and now I can actually use the lifesteal because we are waiting anyways. Fine, now we can move. Of course, hero in the front. Okay, we put 2 at once. This will probably cost me 1 Shadow Walker, but I already have full mana, so now I don't care. I could maybe even some skeletons, but probably won't bother with that. Okay, this is actually some nasty damage. Yeah, I should have summoned the skeletons before. It would save me the life of my Shadow Walkers and also the HP of everything else. And now we can summon the Shadow Walkers, start healing our hero. Trying to make him hit my Bone Warrior. Crossbowman has level 3, which gives me Aura of Strength for all the ranged units, which is really nice. Or I mean also melee units, but he's usually not that in front, so it will not affect most of the melee units. Of course, ideally he would be level 5 for the stronger version of the Aura, which would be giving me 2 damage, extra damage instead of 1, but I don't think we will be able to level him up. There's only 3 kills, so of course it's only 12 damage, so it's really hard to make the last shot with him to level him up, and I'm just letting it randomly happen. Of course, if I focused on it, it would be more possible, but we are not doing that right now. So, oh, that is the troll of the final boss. I will need to... Okay, now I pulled two of them once again. This is really unfortunate. I will just run away. I should be faster. I don't want to kill both of them at once, and I just don't want to wait for mana again.
What do you want from me?
Yeah, let's just do it like this. Yeah, I will need to definitely tank with hero again.
We shall prevail. I await your summons. Onward. We move in the shadows.
Yeah, let's start healing the Shadow Walkers.
What do you want from me?
And actually I will really try the thing that I mentioned before. I will try to confuse the Swamp Keeper. He should be somewhere around here. Yeah, this should be avoidable.
We move in the shadows.
Oh, his invalid target. I know that you can enchant him, but I'm not aware of him being immune to confusion. Fine. It's probably not usable on huge units. Maybe it's in the description somewhere. No, I don't see anything like that. Probably doesn't work on huge units or something. Or he's immune to some... I don't know if he's just immune to confusion for some reason, but fine. Let's make a save. I will just try to attack him right away because it will be just annoying to try to kill the trolls without him, and I'm too close. There is one more, at least one more golem right here, but we will kill him during the process. I have full mana, everything should be set, and we can just start. Yeah, let's just start like this. I will maybe start with the portal. I want to freeze at least this. Summon as many things as we can. And once he gets out, I will... Actually, we can use lifesteal on him, and I will immediately enchant him when he gets out. Yeah, immediately, 25 seconds, he cannot do anything, fine. We can even summon a bear here. Phantoms. And, I mean, he cannot do anything. He can maybe even heal a little bit. I will give him some time now. I will just use some skeletons, some extra army. Oh, we don't have mana, but that doesn't really matter. Actually, we can use the bear here. And we can enchant him again, 25 seconds. So as you can see, this is totally brutal. Even if he had 10 times more HP, even if he had 100,000 instead of 10,000, I would still be able to kill him because he just has no chance. Maybe I would run out of mana, but I would not summon so many skeletons at once, of course. So yeah, this was really easy, of course. And we finished the walkthrough with Dark Elf Rider. So let's check the results. That will be interesting, of course, as always. Everything best here, but scores doesn't really matter in the modes, custom modes. We have 164 kills. Of course, I don't remember the values from the other walkthroughs, but you can check them out. But probably not as many as we did with some of the other walkthroughs, because we skipped most of the hell. Yeah, but outside of that, we actually went for the Ghost Room. We are also part of the heroes on the left side, together with Elven Ranger. So we fought the Phantoms. There is definitely more enemies than on the right side, where you fight the Cave Fishers with Warrior and Mage. So we get some more kills there, but overall, because of the hell and also by skipping the Varangis, actually, we probably didn't get that many kills. But of course, I don't remember. This is really interesting. We lost 117 units. You can see this is totally crazy. You start with a single hero, and by summoning so many units during the whole walkthrough, because we have a summoner hero, we actually lost almost the same amount as our enemy. Not quite, but definitely a lot of units. Most skeletons, of course. And then, of course, also the Shadow Walkers later. We have lots of XP. 5 mercenaries, those were the Dark Iron Dwarfs. and 32 largest army. I don't know if that's the biggest, probably it should be, but of course in the end when you summon all the items, use all the items that summon some units, then you also get quite big army with other heroes as well. Destroyed 4 buildings, captured 1 NPC, that was the Hellforge. Yeah, doesn't really matter. Don't even know what this is exactly, but we killed one queen when we were killing the hive spitters, so that's definitely 1 building, and then just probably some more, not sure exactly what was that. And yeah, actually you need to count the enemy together, because you are fighting against the Phantom Halls in the chambers in the underground, and then you are also fighting against the Swamp Keeper as the last boss, and also I think the bear as the optional quest in the beginning is also part of the Swamp Keeper player free. So you need to count this together, so they lost actually a little bit more units. And also killed a little bit more than I actually thought originally, but definitely not more than I killed. It produced 220 units. This is really crazy. That would actually mean that we had like 100 units in the end that didn't die or something. But I actually also... Actually, I don't know how this works exactly, but I don't think I had 100 units in the end. There were lots of skeletons and other small units, but I don't think there was 100. Probably like 50 maybe. Maybe even less, I don't know. So these are buildings, and here we have resources, so that's basically just what we picked up in the treasure room, and then what we got in the hell. Yeah, we didn't spend 30 gold and 5 gems, but it just wasn't really possible. Of course, I could just pick up a little bit more resources for maybe 2 more units in the hell, but overall it was definitely not needed, especially with those huge numbers. Yeah, it's a little bit more important with other heroes where you just cannot summon anything, but here since we can summon so many units, then it doesn't really matter. Even if I didn't get the swordsman, and if I didn't even rescue the two the crossbowman and the priest near the final boss from the cages, it would just make basically no difference. The only thing that it makes a little bit easier is killing the golems and trolls before the final boss actually, which is quite annoying. You also need to wait for mana a little bit, but after that it's just totally easy. And it was a total overkill of the last boss, so I could have just used many of the items that I saved for the last boss. I could just use them before to kill the trolls and golems to make it a little bit faster. Yeah, but overall it was pretty simple. 1 hour and 53 minutes, 51 seconds. I think it's pretty average. I don't remember the times exactly. Once again, you can check it out. But I think all the walkthroughs were around 2 hours. Maybe even all of them were right below 2 hours. Yeah, something like 1 hour 50 something. Of course, we had some loads. We failed in the 4th room and also in the 6th one, I think. We had to reload once, but overall, I think we didn't fail much. Maybe the biggest fails I did with... Actually, if I remember correctly, with Mage, we actually lost some units in the hell. That was a really big fail. Then with the Warrior, I think we failed in the Spider room, but that's really difficult, so I'm not surprised by that. With Elven Ranger, I don't actually remember anything that we failed, so maybe we just didn't even load a single time there. And of course with Dark Elf Rider, the 4th room is really challenging, so I messed up there, or just had to play it 2 times. But I actually told you there is a different strategy that you can use by tanking the fire archers or just all the fire skeletons with your hero, and then pushing the crates with your skeletons that you summon, which makes it a little bit easier. I didn't try it in the video, but I talked about it, so if you didn't see it, you can check it out if you have struggles with the 4th room with Dark Elf Rider. Yeah, but the room is still pretty hard with the hero, so we just had 2 attempts there. Then I messed up in the 6th room with the hive spitters, but overall we finished it on the 2nd attempt really easily. Actually, we maybe reloaded the 3rd room as well, because I messed up there a little bit. So maybe 3 loads, but overall it was just some small mistakes that could have been really easily avoidable, and I easily won that on the second attempt in each of the rooms, except the 4th room, but I already talked about that. Yeah, so overall I would say the heroes are pretty balanced. I don't see like any of them being super overpowered during the walkthrough. Of course, the final boss is a little bit easier with this hero, maybe a little bit harder with some of the other ones. Actually, maybe with Warrior it's the easiest one, because you have such a tanky hero that you just run there, but you are melee, so it's a little bit harder in that sense. But the actual Swamp Keeper as the single unit is definitely easiest with this one, because you just stun him for 25 seconds. But the actual walkthrough, I would say it's pretty balanced. Some of the rooms are harder for one hero, then easier for the other one, and then just balanced in other rooms. You also have the option to choose different routes, which is really nice. So overall, I think it's quite well balanced. Of course, let me know in the comments if you tried it yourself, what you think, if you tried multiple heroes, if you would maybe change them a little bit. Also, if you maybe found some bugs, because in the first walkthrough when we played with Mage, I actually encountered the bug in the room with cave fishers, because I just got stuck there a little bit with my hero. Eventually I somehow got through it, but I was not able to get through it with my swordsman after that. Fortunately, he is teleported, of course, after you complete the room to your hero, but it was just a small bug that I got stuck there. I said that in that video that I could just try to reload the game, yeah, make a save, load it, it would probably fix it, but fortunately I managed to get through it without the need of doing this, so it's just a small tip. If you don't get through it like I did in the video and you experience the same bug, you can try to load it and maybe it will fix it. Yeah, but if you found maybe some other bugs yourself in any of my projects, but mainly of course this one right now that we are talking about, definitely let me know and I will try to look into it, possibly fix it, and of course re-upload the upgraded version. That will be probably everything for this mode. I hope you liked it. Of course, I have another project prepared for you. Also some other plans for Armies of Exigo and also other games. I mostly talked about it in the video where I talked about the changes on my channel, so you can also check that out. It was released right before this series, so you'll find it really easily. But definitely we are not ending with this project, we have more to go, and also with other games. So yeah, see you in the next videos. Thanks for watching and take care, guys.